So, just in case you missed it, since the first day of having the BT100, took it out for a great ride. I had an infected finger, and that night after taking the BT100 for a first ride, I had a disgusting mass of blood, pus and veins decide to burst from my fingertip, which is still in there. But I'm that desperate to get out there and ride again. I'm going to go out there now and tinker with the bike, but I need to try and cover that up. I'm not being rude, by the way. I figure I can just cut up, old rubber gloves, which I never use anyway because I don't care about grease. And then I figure we'll just tape it up and we'll get out there and have a look. So lo and behold, I'll be tearing ass through the neighbourhood in no time. Alrighty, so after the first ride, I did notice a little bit of exhaust leakage, and you can see the way it's sprayed out there. Now, old mate Austin, he reckons these BT100s can run without the copper gasket, no worries. And he reckons that he did that, and it sorted out the problem for him. No worries at all. So today we're going to give that a go. We'll rip that copper gasket out, bolt the exhaust back up, we'll go for a ride and see. And of course I've just wiped all this down, so what we'll be looking for is fresh spray over the frame there. Alright, so you can see quite clearly that it hasn't quite sealed, and where it's been blowing out around in there. So if we just get our little rag, there we go. We're just gonna do away with that copper gasket. I'm gonna give that a good solid clean, pop that back in and see how we go. Alright, so the Loctite worked a little bit too well on these, so because of the extra space I needed to thread in, rather than risk threading that stud all the way into the case, I just threw another nut on both sides just to act as a bit of a spacer. That's tightened down, looks to be fairly centered, but we won't know if that works until we take it out for a ride. Alright. So in this instance, I didn't seal the exhaust without a gasket. Now the leak's not too bad, but I'm still spitting all of this fuel out. The copper gasket that I pulled out of here, it was munted, bent out of shape. I must have tightened it down unevenly and it's got kinks in it. I'm gonna have to see if I can find something in one of the local hardware shops that I can replace it with. So rather than going too far, I'll be able to ride home because it's only a small leak, but it's still there, and I want no leaks because a leak out of the exhaust is a compression leak, and that will affect performance. The downside to having this crate on the back is getting on and off. Oh, it's a real pain. Hello cows. What can I do for you? Ow! Far out. I have a boo-boo. All right, I'll leave you to it. Oh, far out. That hurt my finger. Oh! God damn it! Look, I will say that running this engine without an exhaust gasket is perfectly fine because it still leaks, but it leaks the same as if that other gasket was in. But what I'm going to have to do next, of course, because I'm trying to eliminate all the leaks, is try and find a replacement gasket for in there. Look, all in all, the engine's running great, and a slight exhaust leak, that's nothing to write home about, because let's face it, they all leak. So I think it's perfectly acceptable to run the BT100 without a gasket. I've just gone and wrapped the exhaust head around with some Teflon tape to try and catch that spatter. So that'll be the next thing we try. I'm also gonna raise the needle clip a little bit because we are running a little bit rich even with the number 65 jet in there. So hopefully we can start to dial in the tuning of this engine to really get it running spot on. Alrighty, I've gone for a little ride and so far so good. My Teflon tape solution seems to have worked wonders. No gasket, just tape. I'm not so sure about the clip position in the carb. I leaned it right out and it seems to be hesitating a bit, so I'll move it another notch down because I do feel, even though it was running rich, it was running a little bit better. That's not to say it's not running well, as you'll see, but I don't want to lean it right out for a braking period because that's just silly. Got another car coming and I would prefer to stay in the rough stuff than become roadkill. Now we are just doing a fuel check. There's a little bit left in there, I suppose. I don't really like running with such a small amount of fuel in there, but it's not like I'm on some endurance ride out in the middle of nowhere. I'm not terribly far from home. Certainly if I do run out of fuel, I've got a full e-bike battery. So, like it matters.